Put that there. Wow, look at that. Man, it feels like it's been a long time. 2014, that was quite a while ago. Well, I'll just read what I wrote and go from there. In February 2013, I returned back to work from a trip to Disney World to my father telling me about a phone call he received about a company that was holding a seminar on how to run your shop. He thought I should attend and maybe take my mom with me. 2012 had been our worst year since I took over in 2004, and I believe we grossed about $336,000 and I owed creditors about $50,000. I was running the shop on credit cards and the credit eventually came due. I had no more available credit to keep it running. I had gone to my father and told him the situation and he loaned me $45,000 to get caught up. And when he approached me about the seminar, I immediately went on defensive, like he was trying to tell me I don't know how to run a shop. I'd been at the helm for 9 years. I totally shut him down and carried on the way I always carried on. I was the mechanic, the estimator, the bookkeeper, the CSR, and a body man. I was doing my best. I mean, why was he insulting me like this? And no lie, I would be in the back mechanicking and I would answer the phone like, "Hello? What do you want?" And like, why are these people bothering me? I'm trying to get my work done, So 2013 was even worse, or 2013 was even worse. We smashed the 2012 record and sunk to 282,000. So by February 2014, I was ready to give up. Credit cards were back up there. I still owed my dad the money I borrowed from him. And this time, I got the call from Management Success. And I talked to them about the seminar they wanted me to attend in Portland, Maine. I finally agreed to go, and then it came down to, how much is this thing gonna cost? And they told me it was gonna be, I think it was $300. And I thought, $300? Man, that's pretty steep. So I got him to throw in a $5 lunch coupon, and I agreed to attend. I remember this very vividly. The cast of characters at the seminar, there was Jim Saley, he was the speaker. He had a funny laugh, I remember that. Robbie Krashenko, he was, just a little guy, kind of a funny smile. There was this big guy in a cowboy hat. But Jim spoke the truth and he gave much ammunition to Holly as she gave me the look every time Jim said something I needed to hear. So I thought this weekend seminar was going to be like everything I needed and it was and Holly was taking notes, and at the end of the seminar, Jim explained there was a lot more to learn and they had this 6-month program. This is when they hit you with it, And he put it on the PowerPoint, he put the cost of this program, it was like $15,568, something like that, and I was just like, no effing way. I mean, come on. It's like, here I am on my last dollar. Actually, I'm not even my dollar, it's the credit card company's dollar, right? So I talked to some people there, Kurt and Tracy Diodario, some of you know them, and I listened to, I think it was Robbie gave me the pitch, and he said the magic words, "You can put it on credit card." And I was like, what have I got to lose? My dad's gonna kill me, but I'm already going under, why not go in style? So Robbie convinced me they were committed to helping me turn around, and I signed on the dotted line. So 1 year later, I was at the New Orleans convention. I witnessed all these shop owners who had completely successful shops, accepting their Masters Award, and I thought, man, I really want to do this. I remember Sports Built coming up to me, my coach Rob, and they were saying, you can do this by the fall, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I set up the first thing I did was I hired someone up front, and I mean, it was like, how can I afford to pay someone when I can't even pay myself, you know? It's just that kind of mentality. And Jim Anderson came to the shop, he did my inspection, and he said, how much money do you want to make? And I remember I was just like, I knew how much money I probably should be making because I took the classes, and I was like, 900,000. I thought that was so much further. I figured I could make 500, but 900. And he says, yeah, that's doable. So, you know, the previous year had been 400. I don't think we'd ever done more than 550. So that year we did 525. Next year 720. Next year 837. Next year 856. I never made Masters that fall, but I did. I was able to get the Company Shop Owner Award, and so every 6 months after I thought I was going to do it, but you know the biggest thing was I had to hire an estimator, and my consultant at that time, Rob, was just like, you know, you have to do this. You can't get Masters without doing this. But that was really difficult, you know, like that is my job. Why would I want to hand that over to someone else? And you know, they can't do it as good as me, and it was holding me back. So, yeah, 2019, I finally got it done. I hired an estimator. I met with Larry, and he said, you'll see how much better it's going to be. And 2019, we actually hit the goal, 909,000. 2020 was the only year we were set back a little bit with COVID, but you know, every single employee took at least a month off. And there was days that I went in that shop and it was just me. I was the only guy. But you know, after those 3 months, everybody got scared and everything. People started coming back, and the government stopped paying them more than I was paying them. And I got everybody back. So, you know, I mean, so along this journey, I mean, I have grown into a Company Shop owner. I grew a great crew, and most importantly, I've run a successful shop. And it's just due to implementing the things I've learned through this program. And the only thing that was holding me back was me, you know. I could have done this faster. 7 years after New Orleans is a long time. But it's actually hard for me to remember what it was like in 2013. And without Drive, I would have definitely packed up my shop. So I'm just glad to be a second generation owner of a successful business. I'm thankful for all the people who've helped me on the way. There's so many that aren't in the program anymore. You know, Curtis and Steveak, Jim Anderson, Kareem is still here, but you know, people like Dan Antonelli have helped me, Kevin House, Steve Fish, Dino DiGiulio. Listening to Wes Severi is so good to see him back today. But Cassie, Anna, Larry, my buddy Ron sitting me at the table here. So many clients that I've talked to, and you know, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to say a special thank you to Holly, my partner in life, cheerleader, and all-around beautiful person. And her advice is always spot on. Thank you.